Hey guys, how's it going? This is Natinator, and welcome to an announcement video here. This announcement video is once again just going to be a bit of ranting and raving and going on with bullshit, but the first thing I wanted to say before all else is that I want to give like a brief warning just to you guys, because I'm sure that, you know, most of you are in the same boat as me, but you never know because this shit can happen to anyone. So what my warning is about is malware and viruses on the internet. Now, you probably, you're on top of this shit. You've got your virus protection, maybe you don't, maybe you turn your firewall off so you can play games and shit. And to be honest, that's what I always do. I don't use virus protection. I usually just have a copy of Malware bytes on my computer that I just run every now and then, but I don't go on sus sites, I don't click on fake links and shit, I don't get viruses because I feel that I am smart enough to traverse the internet without safety or anything, you know. I'm being cocky here, but I'm sure that some of you guys might feel the same way. You know everything there is to know about the internet, you've been using it for so long. It's I'm not gonna get viruses or anything, but that is where I come to my point right here. I don't mean to patronize you or chastise you or anything, I'm just trying to give a friendly reminder, if anything. I got tricked. I didn't realize what I was doing, and I got screwed a little bit. The idea is that I got an email in my private email, and it was first off, I do have to mention that the scammers got lucky on me because the timing was immaculate. So get this, 3 months ago, I signed up to the Australian Post. I went in person to my post office to pick up a package, and then they said, oh, you know, do you want to sign up for our online emails so that if you miss a package delivery, we'll send you an email, and at that point, you can, you know, print off the information from the email and then bring it in and we'll give you your parcel. And I was like, you know what, that's really good, because sometimes when the delivery guy leaves that little note in the door, I don't know if they do that in America, but here, if I'm not home when a package gets delivered, they leave a note, and then I have to take that note to the post office and I can pick up my parcel. But sometimes that note, it gets lost in the mail or some shit. Sometimes I don't see it for a while, or it might get blown away in the wind, I don't know. But I thought, you know what, I'll sign up for that online email. That sounds great. So now let's fast forward time to now, 3 months later, and I'm I've never gotten an email from the Australian Post. I haven't ordered anything. So about a week and a half ago, I ordered something online to be delivered to my home in Newcastle. I'm in Sydney right now, and I got an email from the Australian Post. It said Australian Post, and it was you have missed a delivery, click here to get your tracking information, whatever bullshit that was. I clicked the link, it brought up the Australian Post website, and the thing is that it wasn't the Australian Post website, but it looked a lot like it, and if you click the little link in the top left, it actually linked to the real Australian Post website. So when I clicked that to be sure and it worked, I was like, well, obviously this is legit. And I mean, you know, I was naive to think that, but with all, you know, with everything considered, I hadn't seen an Australian Post website email before, so I just assumed that it was legit. It all came across legit. I read the email, I read the website, all that bullshit, and everything checked out. I clicked the link, it downloaded the file, and I assumed it was a PDF. And when I double-clicked on the PDF, I'm pretty sure it was an exe, so I'm just a fucking idiot. But the image, I think, was a PDF image, so I was like, alright, well, that's fine. Like, just completely, like, not thinking about it. Because you don't expect to get fucked by the Australian Post, but I got fucked, alright? So pretty much it ran this thing called Crypto Locker. Now, this was an issue, like, when I read up about it, it was an issue like a year ago, but it's been upgraded to a thing called Crypto Locker, where the 2 O's in the word are now zeros, and it's been encrypted. What it does is it encrypts all of your files and gives you these pop-ups which say, like, you know, oh, you have been, all of your files have been stolen by us. If you don't pay us $500 US, then your files are gone for good. And at this point, I was like, well, you know, that's a load of bullshit. Like, I can get that back easy. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not gonna fall for your bullshit. So I did the usual, you know, like, clean up the things with virus and malware scanners, and go through and uninstall all the bullshit pop-up things that they install, and clear all of their shit from the task manager and whatever. I did all that, and I also unhid files that I thought they had hidden, because I thought that it was just bullshit. I thought it was like, oh, we're gonna spawn text files that say encrypted, and then just hide your files, and then we'll unhide it when you pay us. But it just it just turns out that they really did encrypt my files, so I literally lost pretty much everything except my music, which is good. Like, it's very kind of them to let me keep my music. I actually enjoy the fact that I can still listen to my music. Like, that was really handy, because when I was stressing out, because the thing that I was worried most about was my work. Like, the thing that I've been working on in my new course for the last, like, 2 weeks now, like, putting my blood, sweat, and tears into this project, like, all the files got encrypted on it, and I can't get to them, and I was like, my fucking god, I'm going to kill myself, like, if I can't get them back. But the funny story is that I actually had my project open, like, in Maya. Maya is the program that we use to model everything in games and stuff, besides ZBrush and whatnot. But anyway, I had that open, so you know how there's that function. I'm sure you guys have seen it, and if you haven't, then you're lucky. But there's this feature where if a program is open and you try and alter the program files, like, on your desktop, like, let's say, for instance, the very simple explanation would be, like, if you had a notepad file, you type shit into it, and then while the notepad is open, you go to the notepad on the desktop and you try and change its name, it'll say, oh, we can't perform this action because it's already open. Like, close it first and then change it. Well, I assume that that's the reason why the encryption didn't work on my project, because my project was already open, and, like, all the files that link into it, like the textures and whatnot, they're all open as well. So, of all the things that got removed, the one thing that probably would have made me pay them so that I could get my shit back was my work, my project, and that didn't get affected because it was open. So I was like, fuck yeah, like, oh no, I lost some pictures, oh no, I lost some games. And it's like, I can just re-download them if I really have to. Like, sure, I got upset about some things that I lost, but it's like, it's not a big deal. Could have been worse. Could have been a lot worse. And I had backups on my hard drive anyway, and luckily my hard drive wasn't plugged in, because apparently this particular malware virus thing, whatever the hell it is, it apparently gets into any external drives as well and encrypts them. So that would have been really bad if it was plugged in, because I would have probably had a heart attack, but it wasn't, so I had backups anyway. And any Mac users among us are probably like, oh, I don't give a fuck, we don't have viruses and we get our pretty backup thing when we plug in hard drives, which I've been told about, but I don't care, I'm a PC user, doesn't matter. So, long story short, I got wrecked I sorted it out anyway. I lost some stuff, but I don't really care. I just wanted to let you guys know that that shit still happens today. It's like, it's getting smarter. Like, it's really hard to fall for their traps and shit. But if you do, like, it can be detrimental depending on what kind of, like, person you are. Like, if your parents are on the internet and they don't know what they're doing and they see that shit, they're gonna freak out and they're gonna fork over that 500 US. And you don't want them to do that because, you know, that's bullshit. Like, you can fix it. Like, there is always a fix. Like, you can system restore. I couldn't system restore because I hadn't had any backups or anything. And I'm pretty sure that one of the virus protection things that I downloaded destroyed the system restores, which is a bit annoying, but that's okay. I don't mind. That's my little rant over for you. I just wanted to let you know that that's the situation I'm in. I lost a lot of stuff, so please be careful. Despite, you know, despite the fact that we're never gonna fall for that stuff, there could be a particular scenario just like mine, where you check an email which normally you'd think would be suspicious. Like, up until recently, the Australian Post never sent emails. Even my mother confirmed this. When I told her about it, she was like, "Man, you should know this, you idiot. Australian Post doesn't send emails." And I was like, "Mate, it's a new thing that they brought out. They literally told me in person and I signed up for it in person." So it's like, that's just perfect. They couldn't have timed it any better for me to get wrecked. But yeah, that's my own damn fault. I don't expect you to feel sorry for me because I made the mistake. But yeah, let's move on. Moving on from the topic of annoying internet scams, how about we talk about my course for a second? I am actually on holidays as of today. This very moment I am on holidays. Yesterday was my last day in class, but I'm pretty much going to be spending this whole holiday just working because I've got so much shit to do. This current module that we're doing is the character design module. I'm making a 3D character, and yeah, like a personalized character of our own choosing that we like design and whatnot. And it's really cool. Like, I'm looking forward to showing you guys what I come up with. It's looking pretty good already, but I've got so much to do, and I only have a week of holidays, and it's due the first day back, so I'm kind of in a shitty position, because I just got a lot to do. I got a rig, I got a skin, like just all this shit that if you don't know what I'm talking about, then it doesn't even matter if I'm talking about it. I'll get it done though, and when I get it done and submit it and it's all checked off, I will make a video and I'll bring it here so that you guys can see what I'm up to, and I hope you like it when I get to it. There's only one other thing that I want to put down on this video, just a small thing, because this is going to be pretty short. Like, I'm actually just about to get on a train to go back to Newcastle from Sydney, because Newcastle is where I live. Just, I don't know if I've already mentioned that or not, but I'm going back to Newcastle just for the weekend to catch up with my friends, because I haven't seen them in months because of this course and me being in Sydney and them being in Newcastle. So I'm going to catch up with them for the weekend, and then I come back home to Sydney. Well, not home, but I come back to my place in Sydney so I can work and get my shit done. But the final there's two more things I want to speak about in this particular video. The first thing I want to speak about is Rule of Rose. Now, if you're not new, or even if you are new, you may have seen it. One of the playthroughs I am currently in the middle of, which I haven't played for months, mind you, is Rule of Rose. It's like a really old game, and it's for the PlayStation 2. Really creepy, really strange, and mystical and shit. I promised someone in the comments that I would make a video on Rule of Rose, and I have to apologize because I'm probably not going to get to it. One, for the fact that, well, actually there's 3 different reasons that I can give you right now, and they're all perfectly good reasons. The first one would be I'm under pressure from my course, like I can't get away from it right now. There's that. Number 2 would be that I actually tried loading it up. Like, I wanted to play it. I had a spare hour, like a couple days ago I had a spare hour, and I was like, fuck it, I'll make this Rule of Rose video. I booted it up. I had a whole lot of problems with the emulator because I've moved computers since I started the Let's Play. I started the Let's Play back in Newcastle, I moved here, got a new computer. Ever since I'd re-downloaded the shit, like the PCX S2 I think the emulator's called, I re-downloaded that. There's a whole lot of issues and shit that you have to go through to get it to actually run the game, which is really annoying. I got all the settings sorted, that took like half an hour, that's fine. And then I plugged in Rule of Rose, which I had brought over from my old computer, mind you, and none of the saves were there. The save slot was gone, and the saves that I like saved periodically throughout the game, they were all gone. So I lost all of my progress to that point in the video, and that sucks so much balls. And that means that if I want to do the Let's Play again, I have to play to that point and then start the recording. And I think that I was on episode 6, so that's like 2 hours of gameplay, maybe a bit more, I'm not sure, maybe a bit less, but it's roughly 2 hours of gameplay that I have to go through to get back to that point, and I don't really think I have 2 hours to spare just to get to there, to then go on, record, edit, render, and then upload. And considering that all takes like 2 to 3 hours depending on, you know, certain circumstances, it's like I couldn't do it because of that. And then the third reason is, like, after this fucking malware got me, I feel fucking dirty for saying it, because like I always say like, oh, I'm not gonna fall for those stupid internet pranks, and yet I fucking did. But yeah, it encrypted the Rule of Rose file anyway, so even if I did have the saves on it, I wouldn't be able to get to them now, so that's bullshit. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to re-download it whenever I'm free, play it again, and at that point, that will be when I start re-uploading it. But unfortunately, that means that I might not record Rule of Rose for another long period of time. So for you guys who are fans of the series, all I can really say is go watch Cry play it. Cryaotic, Chaotic Monkey, whichever one you call him by, I just call him Cry. Go watch his playthrough, because his playthrough is way better than mine. I'm pretty much just playing it because I saw him play it like ages ago and I loved it, and I had already forgotten like how the game went. I don't even remember what happens in it at this point, but I know that he played it through, and if you can't wait for me, then I implore you to watch his, because his playthrough is sick. But I will get back to it, I promise. I really don't want to leave playthroughs half finished, because I've got plenty of playthroughs now. Like, I feel really awesome about having all these like playlists that you guys can go back on, like the Corpse Party playthroughs. They were awesome. The I think it was called The Journey. Sorry, I can't even remember it. Dreamfall, The Longest Journey, that's right. There was Fragile Dreams. Love that one. There's that as well. Like, you can check those out if you haven't already. They're amazing games. And there was Richard and Alice. Yeah, plenty of playthroughs. I do want to finish Rule of Rose, but something that I wanted to bring up with you guys is a game that I'd been watching for a very long time. I can't remember when I found out about it, but it's a game that was released. I'm not sure if it's been released, but I pre-downloaded it on Steam, It's called Soma. It's the latest horror game from the people who made Amnesia, The Dark Descent. Like, that is the game, the flagship game for like all of the gaming community on YouTube these days. Like, that game started off PewDiePie, it started off Cry, it started off plenty of YouTubers, and look at where they are today, you know? Like, flagship YouTube title, along with like Call of Duty. Like, that that made a lot of people famous as well, not gonna lie, even though everyone hates it now. And Minecraft, of course, like, that one's very popular. There's heaps of flagship titles, but Amnesia: The Dark Descent, people who made that made a game called Soma, and like, I really like Soma because, well, I like the name because it's like, you know, it's from a movie. I haven't seen that movie, but I've been told about it. It's from Strokes song Soma, my favorite Strokes song. I love it so much. Yeah, so I'm wondering whether you guys want me to play that or not. It's like a horror game, so it matches the channel's like description, like it's scary. And yeah, so let me know if you want me to play that, because I've got it and I'm willing to play it. Just whenever I have time, I will upload parts of it if you want me to. So please let me know in the description, and along with in the comments, let me know, and also let me know how you're doing, because I love to hear from you guys. So unfortunately, as pressed for time as I am, I need to get on a train, and I'm glad that I finished this video in time. So I'll see you guys in the next piece of shit that I upload. I know that this video has been very rushed and whatnot, but I hope you liked it, despite the fact it's like an announcement video. I'm normally chill, but I'm speaking very quickly, so I hope that's not a problem for you guys. Yeah, stay tuned for more.